Death from knee liposuction, $300,000 in surgery, going to Mexico for a skin removal and leave with breast augmentation and a BBL, all that and more today on episode 2 of the POP Podcast. Hello, my name is Alexis. I am the host of the POP Podcast and the CEO and founder of POP Recovery Systems, the first ever system designed to help men and women on their surgery journey, not to have some of the stories like we're going to talk about today. I always have some of the most amazing guests, but today I have someone super special, not only to the world, but to me, my baby sister, Jessica Thompson. Jessica!
Hi, how you doing?
So my sister has never had surgery before, but she definitely has thought about it. She has an amazing, thriving wedding business, which I'm going to give her a little time to tell you about that in a bit. But we love to have these conversations. Like, what is going on in the surgery world? Like, is it scary? I mean, Briante, her husband, doesn't even want her to have surgery because of stories like these, right, Jess?
Yes, absolutely.
Like, and I keep trying to tell him, like, it's safe, it's safe, it's safe. But he's like, did you not hear about that woman that just died about getting liposuction,
Yep,
right?
absolutely.
All right, so like talking about this story first. What? Okay, so first let me give you some backstory. So this is Luana Andrade, is a famous influencer. She is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, from head to toe, flawless. I mean, wouldn't you say, sis? Like, what was wrong with her?
I mean, when I saw her picture, I was just like, what the what? Like, how do you really look like that? Like, I mean, pretty, but like, what the heck? Like, how you look like that?
Okay, first of all, this is a great question for someone that's not in surgery. What is liposuction, Jessica?
I mean, from what I view it, liposuction is you got some fat in your thighs, you take the fat out, and that's what liposuction is, in your tummy and in your thighs. So what liposuction is to me.
So liposuction is actually where you can have any fat anywhere on your body sucked out with a tube. So they take, let's say that this is your skin right here, the top of your skin, and then they insert the tube here and they push it like this over and over again. And that's like sucking the fat out at the same time. It's actually very aggressive. It causes a lot of bruising and swelling. However, after it heals, you can lose like 4 to 8 pounds in one day instead of like in 1 week or 1 month, like some people. And even more, depending on where you get it, it can appear like more. Like most people would say that Beyonce, remember how all of a sudden Beyonce had a gap in between her thighs?
Yeah.
A lot of people would say that she got liposuction between her thighs.
She probably did, but anyways.
I mean, she probably did. Like, if you have money like that, like, you're going to get liposuction. They've all had work done. They just don't want us to know about it because they're trying to gatekeep. They don't want us to do it as they do. But that's why Pop is here. That's why Pop is here. So now that we know what liposuction is, where on this girl's knees was she getting liposuction?
Girl, I don't know.
So this is what I think, and this is what a lot of the professionals think, is that she wasn't actually getting liposuction on her knees. Liposuction on your knees takes like 30 to 45 minutes, okay? She died within 2 hours of her procedure with a pulmonary embolism. So that means that she was getting something else done that was more invasive.
And see, that's what they don't talk about. See, they try to make it seem like surgery is so bad, but y'all not talking about everything, okay? When people die under the table, it's more to the story. You're not dying just because of surgery. That's not the issue. Y'all need to get to the nitty-gritty of the issue. You know what I'm saying?
I agree, because some women are just walking around still unhappy, like with the way they look, because they're too scared to get surgery. And I'm not about like saying like body dysmorphia, like, because let's talk about it for a second. This girl obviously had some kind of body dysmorphia.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because like she didn't have no fat in her knees.
Right, exactly. But let's talk about it real quick, because I can talk about that. I want to get surgery. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want a BBL. because I want a big old booty. You know what I'm saying? Because my husband got a big old booty. So I can't have one. But at the same time, you got to do your research and you got to be, important to the information. You know what I'm saying? That's what surgery is about. You have to do your research and you have to look up the right surgeon. That's what it's about.
And the thing is, though, like with so many, like, for example, if you were going to look for a surgeon, Jessica, let's say you didn't know me, where would you go? Most people go and start looking on social media.
Yeah, and across seas. But most people look for the cheapest prices. You can't do that. That's not what you can do. You cannot do that. That's not what surgery is about. If you're gonna get surgery, let's get healthy about it. Let's start talking about surgery as healthy because that's what it's about. That's the conversation. We need to have conversations about surgery being healthy.
Yes, not that it's just because you don't love yourself or because you want to, which there are some people that abuse surgery, which leads me to our next story. Okay, so Janine Pezares, I hope I said that right.
Oh yeah, let's talk about her.
Norway Playboy model admits to having $300,000 worth of surgery. And if you look at her before and after picture, okay, you will see there is a big difference. Like she looks good, but there is a big difference. You can see all the differences, right?
Absolutely.
Jess?
Absolutely.
I mean, she has that Instagram model look. Like she definitely was beautiful before though.
Oh yeah, she was gorgeous.
She was basic, but she was still beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's the thing. Like, if you want to be a Playboy model back in the day, in the 90s, they wanted you to look like basic and stuff like that. But now, in 2023, you need to look like Instagram model. So she's had, okay, so let's break down like what she's had. What do you think she's had done, Jessica, from the unseen?
So she's definitely got her butt done. She got her boobs done. When I say butt, she got a BBL, meaning like she got her stomach done too. She's definitely got, I feel she got her nose done. She's had not only her nose, but like she's definitely got something on her face. Mm-hmm. But I don't really know what that word is because I feel like when you got your nose done, they do stuff on your face too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like if I get my nose done, they're gonna mess with all of this, you know? So
you're definitely not getting your nose done.
Absolutely not. I mean, look at my nose.
We have the cutest nose. Thank you, Alex.
I'm not getting nothing done. I just want my butt done. I just want a big old.
I'm getting stuff done. February 26th, here I come. Okay.
No, that's right. I mean, look at our face. We don't really need a lot of stuff done. You know what I'm saying? I just need a big old. That's it. I got some big old bitties.
All right. So she has had liposuction, high definition liposuction. So she got lipo and then high definition lipo, which is usually what they use to like give you abs and stuff, that athletic look. That's a thing. They can actually liposuction your stomach to give you that ab look. Now, I have seen even people get like implants there to have abs, which I don't recommend, but you can there's a way you can contour the stomach with the fat to make it look like you have abs. But the thing you have to be careful about that is when they do that, if you start gaining weight again, it'll gain weight in the pockets of fat, but not where you had liposuction. So then it just looks crazy. So you have to really keep that up for the rest of your life.
Wow.
She's had 2 nose jobs. That means the first one was messed up. And
yeah, I can see that.
And, you know, the thing about nose job is, you know, it can be botched very easily, but like 2 of them, the second one's more expensive than the first one, you know? Mm-hmm. Boob jobs with an S. So she's had more than one of those. Brazilian butt lift, so you were right. A facial bioplasty, also known as fillers. And she had a rib bone removed.
What?
Now, I think that what that does is give you more of that like thinner look, like right under your boob. You know how like it goes like in more? And I really don't know exactly. I'd have to look it up. But that's all the work that she's had done. But to be honest with you, I was adding it up. It still shouldn't have added up to $300,000.
Yeah, and she said that. She said that she's had over $300,000 of stuff done on her.
Well, she's either capping or she's telling the truth and they overcharged her, or she's had a lot of revisions. A lot of revisions. And so that is why so many women like you who haven't had surgery before are like, should I even get surgery? Because if they mess up the first time, you either deal with it being messed up or you pay more money to get it fixed.
Right.
And that becomes like more expensive, than doing it right.
Does. And honestly, from somebody who wants to get surgery and a husband who is not, he is, but he's not, you know what I'm saying? But you really have to do your research on who you're really going to get surgery from. Because seeing all these horror stories, you low-key don't want to get surgery. And I know this ain't on the podcast, but let's talk about it. DC Young Fly's baby mama, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Why on earth would you do a free surgery with somebody? I don't understand why you would do that. That makes no sense to me.
It's not really the free surgery that's the problem. The problem is that the person who was doing the free surgery was not board certified, but more importantly, he did not check her recovery plan. He didn't check who was staying with her. Did she have a caretaker, a professional caretaker, not just her cousin or her baby daddy's best friend, I don't know if that's who it was, but she died after the surgery was complete from complications after the surgery. So that has everything to do with recovery, and it's the surgeon's fault too. So it's not really the fact that it was free. A lot of surgeons, I'm working with surgeons right now who are doing give backs. Now, the reason they were doing it for free is not the right reason. He just wanted more followers. He was trying to attract a certain group. My board certified surgeons are doing skin removal surgeries where they're waiving the surgical fee because they want to give back to the weight loss community. That's completely different than trying to get all the Instagram models to come to your practice. And you know that after she died, a month later, he's on Instagram talking about safety.
Yeah.
He's on there we believe in safety here. You just killed somebody. You can go sit down for about 90 days. Good night. Let her rest. I could not believe that. I wanted to say something, but they be coming for you. I'm not big enough yet in the plastic surgery world to be coming for people. But speaking of coming for people, if you know anyone that's planning on getting surgery, who's looking at getting surgery, please like and subscribe to this podcast. Share this with them. Let them know that there is a safe place that they can get some great information, because when you're going on your surgery journey, there's a lot of information out there. And here we only work with supporters, advocates, board certified surgeons. Any information that you see me regurgitate on here, I have fact checked it. But more importantly, we believe in patience over profit here. It's not all about the money. Yes. So before we get into our last story, I want to talk a little bit about your biz, sis. So do you ever meet, I know you're a wedding planner, and a wedding events planner, all that good stuff. So do you ever meet brides that want to get surgery before their big day, that have talked about it? Has that ever come up?
I was getting nervous all the time. No, so my business is Beautifully Divine Event. I am a wedding planner, but I travel all over. And also, I have brides who want to get their breasts done, who want to get their body done, who want to do something with their face. And I would just really encourage to reach out to my sis, Laura Alexis, Make It Pop, and anything like that. And just really educate yourself before you do that, because getting surgery is a big deal and you never know what can happen, and you need the education. So I have brides all the time talk to me about that. So absolutely.
So when a bride is thinking about having surgery, how much more before, I guess I could tell you, I guess I should be telling you that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So when brides want to have their face done, it should be 6 months before their surgery.
Honestly, it should be a year out, to be honest.
You think so?
Absolutely. For full service brides, it should be, they reach out to me a year and a half out sometimes.
So they should have surgery a year out also?
Yes, absolutely.
Because it's a lot when you're planning the surgery and trying to heal.
It gives them time to heal. It gives them time for engagement photos, and it gives them time to feel their best on their wedding day. The worst thing that you can do is get surgery like 6 months out, and something like, can you imagine something happens, right? And then you're taking like photos, or it's like a month before your wedding, you're looking at your face and you're just like, oh my God. And then I can't really do anything for you. I'm just trying to encourage you. Like, oh, you look beautiful, and you do look beautiful, you know, but like, do it ahead of time. If you're really thinking about surgery, do it ahead of time and really, really strategize how you're going to do it. So all 2024 brides, if you're going to do it now.
Now, I would say that if they're doing a 360 BBL, that it should be 6 to 9 months because of that fluff fairy, and the swelling is down, but then you don't have enough time to get fit. And then, but you definitely have to work with somebody, because when you're doing a BBL, you want to feed the fat to make the butt plump, but you don't want to get fat. So you definitely have to work with someone. And then if it's a tummy tuck, same thing, a year, because it takes about a year for all the swelling to go down. So if you are having a wedding in 2024 or 2025 and you don't know where to start, make sure you go to beautifullydivineevents.com. We'll make sure that the link is in the caption, and you can just totally deal with the best in the business. She loves what she does. She loves marriages, and she would love to help you. So our last story is Kimberly McCormick. Oh, Kimberly.
About that.
Oh, Kimberly. So I'm watching the news on TikTok, and I'm watching, you guys just watch this.
She went to Mexico in late October to get a tummy tuck and to get her arms, thighs, and breasts lifted after losing a lot of weight. She says she woke up and discovered she'd undergone the wrong procedures.
Don't do it.
Kimberly McCormick gets emotional when recounting her surgery in Tijuana.
And Jessica, where she said, don't do it.
Just like, okay.
I need to laugh. I could not help it. I felt so bad for her, but like, I'm one of those people that, I don't know, like when something is sad, I don't want to cry. So I just laugh, and I just can't help but laugh. I'm not laughing at her. I feel so bad for her, but it's just like one of those moments. So here's the story with this. And so I'm going to let you know. So Jessica, do you know what bariatric surgery is?
Isn't it where like you get the fat taken out?
No, it's where there's different ways, but they basically do something and manipulate your stomach to where you can't eat as much as you could before.
Oh, okay.
So sometimes they cut your stomach, sometimes they put a band around it. Where she had weight loss surgery in Mexico 6 years ago, lost a bunch of weight, then went back to the same surgeon to have her skin removal surgery. And that is the no. You do not have bariatric surgery and skin removal surgery from the same surgeon.
But why?
Because they are specialized. It's like when you go to school for surgery, you can go for general surgery, or you go to medical school first and you become a doctor, and then you decide like what kind of doctor you want to become. And then you decide you want to be a surgeon. Then you decide what kind of surgeon you want to become. Remember when I was younger, I said I wanted to be a pediatric surgeon?
Right.
I would have went and specialized in pediatric surgery. So when they go and they have, when they do bariatric surgery, they're particularly licensed and very educated in general surgery. So kind of like when you had to have surgery on your knee when you busted your kneecap, or remember when you had like I
dislocated my kneecap. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's a general surgeon. All right. And when they go to school, they ain't learning about body contouring, breast augmentations, and BBLs. Whereas someone who goes to
that, the person that she got like that surgery on, she shouldn't have gone to the same surgeon to get the skin surgery.
Exactly. And that's
it. You know, that's not what they say on the reality TV shows, right? Everybody who has gotten surgery has gone to the same surgeon to do everything that they have gotten done. Everything, the same one.
Really?
I'm lying to you not. I ain't lying.
Well, that is a no-no. because someone who may be the best in rhinoplasties is not going to be the best in a Brazilian butt lift. It's just not going to happen. They all just have their different strengths. Like one of my favorite surgeons, Dr. Earl at Pure Plastic Surgery in Miami, he doesn't do massive weight loss and skin removal patients because he knows that he is the GOAT of the BBL. So if you are looking to have a BBL, that's where you should go. He's safe, he's well priced, he's a double board certified Ivy League. He's amazing. He's in Miami, so it's accessible, but it's very safe. But like one thing I love about him is he has his boundaries. He's like, if you're over this BMI, body mass index, don't touch it. If you have these diseases, don't touch it. But I have someone who does, you know? And so, yeah, that's a no-no. And of course, it makes sense. You're like, oh, I trusted this person. They did a great job for my weight loss surgery. So now they can do my skin removal. Now let's talk about why she wasn't happy with her results. Skin removal is just like what it sounds. She had a bunch of skin on her arms, on her abdomen, on her thighs, and she wanted it lifted and removed. So that means is they lift the skin up and they tighten it and they remove what's left. Instead, they gave her breast implants and a BBL. And this lady's got to be about 65, 70 years old.
She don't want no BBL. What she's having a big butt for?
She didn't want it. Then they tried to convince her.
She don't want no big butt.
They tried to convince her that she asked for it.
No.
What do you think about all this, Jessica? Like, what was your first response when you saw that video?
First of all, when I saw it, I was just like, okay, I feel her. But at the same time, it's like, how does somebody, I got to get my voice straight for this. Okay. So she's old, right? How does somebody that ask for a BBL? I am 34 years old. I want a BBL, okay? I want a big old booty for my husband, okay? That's what I want. Somebody that old don't want no BBL. I think that they messed up somewhere and they are trying to hide their tracks and just do whatever to make her body look good. That's what I thought. Like just looking at from the outside in, okay?
Oh, so like they messed up and then tried to hide the mess up with a BBL and
that's exactly what I thought when I saw it. I was like, they messed up. Like they just trying to cover their track to try to mess up whatever they did.
Well, and the worst part is that she was overseas. So, you know, I'm against going overseas for surgery. You do it the right way. A lot of U.S. surgeons overgoing for my surgery. The best surgeons in the U.S. go to train. But like the thing that I have a problem with this story is that when she woke up and she realized what happened, they started like carteling her. Holding her in the facility, demanding more money from her, saying they were going to throw her in jail while she was still healing, like just straight up cartel. Like, and that is the problem that I have with certain countries is that they're very corrupt and they can use their corruption against you, especially if you don't have the advocates and the resources to be protected.
Right. And I think that once you go into surgery, you really need to do your research, especially overseas. Like, it's not the same in the United States. And even in the United States, you still got to do your surgery. If you're wanting to get surgery, it ain't about the money. If you don't got the money, don't do it.
Yeah.
If you don't have the money, you can't do it. Don't go overseas because it's going to be worse. And yes, it is expensive in the United States.
And it's expensive overseas. My surgery is $25,000.
Exactly.
It's probably the same amount if I go to the U.S., but I don't live in the U.S. So it makes sense for me to go to Colombia where the look that I'm going for started. So
Exactly. So people just need to do their research and they don't need to be thinking about because it's overseas, No, look at your finances and look at the nitty gritty. Okay, that's what you need to be doing.
Yes, look at your finances first and then get your finances up. I would say for 360 lipo BBL, you should have at least $15,000 saved up for everything, care team, everything. That's when you start fishing. And of course, you know where to go. So Jessica, thank you so much for coming on the show. I really appreciate you for coming and like giving your perspective. It's so nice to have someone who has fresh eyes on this whole industry. And you're probably like a lot of the people who are stumbling across this. They like want to have surgery, but they don't know how to do it the right way. Right. And thank you for tuning in to our second episode. Oh, thank you so much. We're going to do this again. And thank you for tuning in. Make sure that you come back every Thursday. We're going to have a new episode for you, new trending topics, and new questions that need to be answered about this whole plastic surgery game. If you're going to do it, make sure you do it right. Make sure you make it pop.
Bye, guys.